Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 471. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Hey. What's up, guys? Welcome, listeners. Welcome, viewers. Tony should be on shortly. We're getting rolling beforehand. Work priorities, you know. Corey's stuck. Tony's stuck. So hopefully they'll be popping on. Corey's out, I think, tonight. He had some work emergency. Tony is working late. So they'll be popping on.
It's a sticky time.
Yeah. It's that time of year. You know, craziness happens. So we are in the end of getting towards the end of the year. Christmas music is flowing. Christmas displays are out. Oh, there he is. Here he's popping.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're rolling. We just started. So
okay, that's fine.
Welcome to 471. As we just promised, Tony was popping on shortly.
Yep.
So so it's Christmas time, man. We got stuff showing up in the stores. We got
It's Thanksgiving time. I don't want to hear this nonsense.
Sure, Thanksgiving time. But what really happens at Thanksgiving except for feast?
Food? What happens at Christmas time?
Food.
Other than gifts.
Food. Decorations. Music. There's no Thanksgiving music.
Presents happens at Christmas time. That's the big difference.
There's no Thanksgiving music. I love Thanksgiving, don't get me wrong. Thanksgiving feast, fucking amazing.
Well, I guess we just need to start the Thanksgiving music movement.
We need they need television shows. There's like what Thanksgiving shows are there? Except for like there's one Peanuts, I think, show of like Thanksgiving.
When you watch the parade and shit.
And the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Yeah, I mean those are the big watches, I guess. When was the last time you guys watched the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade?
I've seen some DVR sections of it recently.
Thanksgiving Day football. I enjoy that. I don't know why, because there's so many extra games now in football just normally, but still the Thanksgiving games are like they're special still for me. I actually play some extra DraftKings, daily lineups, but I enjoy them. But that's about it for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of Christmas displays out there. I was in Target today, and the entire back of the store is covered in Christmas stuff. So, but let's get into what I've been up to. I gotta say, I'm almost done with Dragon Prince on Netflix, the season 2, because season 3 is coming out soon. But I'm only like 2 episodes away from being done. I'm on episode 8. Yeah, episode 8 for that. Really like that show. This season's been great.
Really? Interesting. I'll have to catch up.
Like the problem I have with the only weird jarring part about the show is that you're watching it and you're like, these guys are evil, and they're like, but they're joking around like they're buddy, and they're like, they're fucking evil.
It's like this is a playful banter, like, we're just on opposing sides. It's like you're evil, man.
No, it's like these people are here to kidnap you, but you're best buds. Yeah, you're telling jokes and.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I like the show quite a bit, and I watched that. And what else did I pick up on? I'm trying to remember what I did this weekend. This weekend was busy with working with my brother, so I didn't get to watch much. But yeah, I haven't really much more to add to that. Mike, did you get anything watched?
Oh no.
I watched another episode of Titans. Sorry, I did watch another episode of Titans.
All right.
I like the show. Do you guys hear? I'm going to tie this in, even though we're into what we've been up to. I'm going to tie this in. HBO Max. You hear about this service coming out from them? It's like $20 a month. They're getting like a ton. Like it sounds like they're partnering with DC because they're getting a Green Lantern show.
Yeah, and I think they're getting some of the other recent movies. I think
they're also getting Doom Patrol. To show up on there simultaneously from that in the DC universe. So are we going to get rid of DC universe now? Is this what's happening? This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like which would be fine. Like actually, if DC partners with HBO Max, I would think about subscribing if they gave me a discounted yearly rate, not the $20 a month garbage that they're trying to charge. So I know, Tony. I know where this was going. You were going to call me out in the Netflix thing. I know. Which, by the way, was canceled. So I don't know. I gotta watch the last of the Dark Crystal on that still before it's on November 23rd. I have to finish that up. So, and then I'm gonna resubscribe when The Witcher comes out. So, did you guys see the trailer for that?
No, I saw that was out.
Saw about half of it.
I really like that trailer. It looks like The Witcher. Like it's got the bath scene, the famous bath scene. He's got 2 swords. He's fighting demons. He's got magic. It's pretty awesome. So I don't know. It looks like The Witcher.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna actually watch it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So, anyways, Tony, anything you watched?
No.
All right.
Nope.
No, I was going to collaborate this in with like Disney Plus launching because like next week's a huge week. We'll be.
Oh, is that when it starts?
Yeah, November 12th.
Oh, Jesus.
It's like, I don't even know how we can podcast that day. Like, there's so much to watch. It comes out on our podcast day, and man, like the more they show from like stuff, like there's shows I forgot about. You remember Quack Pack?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that show. And yeah, I saw the artwork for Gargoyles. They've got some awesome, like even like National Geographic animal shows on there that I'm like actually psyched to see. And then the old backlogs. Like there's so many old classic, goofy stuff that I want to see. I don't know. The
Goofy stuff.
Goofy, yeah,
like Goof Troop.
Like no, yeah, Goof Troop, yeah, definitely Goof Troop. But I'm
It was
thinking
a joke, Jim. It was a joke.
Oh, okay. But I'm also thinking like you remember the sports stuff he did, like the instructional videos, the how-tos. I love watching those goofy how-to stuff. Like I love those things. So I'm hoping they're on there. And it's funny though because my girlfriend's daughter was trying to watch the Disney Now service they have for the kids, and mysteriously there are shows just vanishing from that service right now. And it's just like she wanted to watch the Mickey Mouse Club and it's gone. And I'm like, oh, it's not there right now. And it was. So we know where they're going, but it's like, yeah, it's like, man, they're going to put that stuff behind the paywall. So for people who are used to getting this stuff for free, I guess it's not great. But for the price that they're even charging for a lot of people, it's like $4 a month. It really, when you pay for that, like we did a 3-year subscription. I did for $4 a month. I think the new deal they're offering is like $5 a month for 2 years. It's a really good deal. Mm-hmm. So especially with the content. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm psyched for it. Next week, get a full in-depth coverage of. I can't wait to talk about Mandalorian. So psyched for that. Psyched for that. All right, let's get into what do we got here? Box office. Oh man, that is bad. Terminator: Dark Fate, which has been getting pretty good reviews, and I'm sorry Corey is not on this. I would love to get some impressions from Corey here, but this is flopping. Like it's got projections. It was supposed to make $450 to $500 million. It's not going to clear 180. Mm-hmm. So that's a huge loss they're going to take on this. So that might that's just because you project 2 times your budget. Mm-hmm. So they're not even going to make the budget. So does this kill the reboot franchise?
Yeah, absolutely.
You think so?
Probably.
I think this proves once and for all that like even like James Cameron can't names aren't selling anymore. Like it's content. Mm-hmm. I guess the interest in Terminator is just not there anymore. It's just not, and it's getting.
Well, it's just been mishandled. That's what it is. It's just been mishandled.
Yeah, they killed the franchise. Yeah, they did kill
it.
Not only that, like I had such little interest in it. Like I totally spoiled it for myself. Like there's something that happens, and I was like, I read it. I was like, that was dumb. Like it makes me not even want to watch this at all anymore. Like I'm just
really.
Nah, it's like that's a terrible thing and direction to do.
Yeah, I want to get it. I want to go. I still want to see it. I mean. I got my. I have 2 tickets in reserve. You know what's crazy about this A-list thing, by the way? Do you know when you reserve a ticket for like Star Wars, for instance, which is not until December 19th, that holds one of your reservations per week? Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. I also just bought Frozen 2 tickets for when that launches, and now so 2 of my 3 movies are on reserve until at least November 23rd.
No.
Doesn't that suck? Like, yeah. Why? That should not count against me for these weeks. Not that I'm going to go see 3 movies this week, but I should have the possibility to see 3 movies this week. So I don't know. I just thought that was ridiculous. I saw that.
Wait, so you can't see 3 movies a week as long as you have a pre-order?
It's got my slot filled. Yeah. There's only 1 slot open to see a movie this week.
Oh, I thought that meant you just can't pre-order more than you can't pre-reserve more than 3.
Oh, maybe that's.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what my assumption was.
I haven't bought it.
I could be wrong.
I could buy. Maybe I can try to get myself to the theater on Thursday and check out like Terminator or I want to see Zombieland really. Despite I want to see it, so maybe I can go see that and that'll tell me, right? I mean,
yeah. Hopefully.
So it's just crazy. It's got 2 of my holding. It's holding 2 of my slots. But you're right. Maybe once you watch that one, it clears it out, and then you can go see another one. So maybe. They just list them as this week's movies, I don't know. But All right, let's see. That's your but not Dark Fate was number 1 at 29.1 million, which is not good for it. Joker jumped back up to number 2 at 13.6. Maleficent was number 3, 13.2. Harriet and the Addams Family are your top 5. Zombieland did not crack the top 5. Joker's still doing great. The legs on that are doing really well, actually.
Yeah. Oh.
Good holds, very good holds. So, in fact, they reported that the director and Joaquin Phoenix are meeting regularly on what they would do if they decided to do a sequel.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, this movie's going to do $1 billion, so...
Yeah, it's crazy to think that, for something that we did not think so. I remember, like, it did not need to exist, as we've said so many times on this podcast. It's crazy to think that, yeah, it's going to do that, and I don't see how the studio doesn't convince, and for those who don't have video here, I'm making the money symbol here, international sign of money, Joaquin Phoenix to come back and make a sequel. I don't see how. How do you leave that second property like
you
sequel?
You can't. Again, I just think I mean, it just goes to show how terrible Warner Brothers is, because they didn't. That's the other thing. Warner Brothers only co-financed this movie because they didn't even believe in it themselves. Yeah. They co-financed it with whatever the production company was, because they're like, we don't know about this. Meanwhile, their entire DC cinematic universe is, I don't even know what's the status of that anymore. Like, what? Like, what's the status of it?
Yeah.
Well, is it still going on? I mean, what's the next one? Wonder Woman, and that's it. And we know Aquaman 2's in development, but that's it, right?
Yeah, of the main heroes. I mean, they're all talking about doing smaller side stories. Like Suicide Squad 2 is more enclosed, and Wonder Woman is supposed to be very enclosed in itself because it's 1984.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, the Batman we know is its own thing. So yeah, there's no more hashtag it's all connected for DC anymore. I mean, it's kind of like its own everything. They're going smaller pictures, and although then they said they'd still like to do another Justice League at some point. So I don't know.
Yeah,
of course they would, but they got to get there first.
Yeah. Well, I think. Okay. Oh, I did read an article. That's right. Now you just reminded me. I read an article last week about the fact that a lot of the studio heads now feel that they would prefer to do smaller like their own stories, so they can build the characters properly and then make a new Justice League movie. So, does that sound like a good plan? Making your characters have their own movies, build up their franchise, and then make them all come together?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like this is what we were saying they should have done since day one, but like what Marvel did, but they were trying to play catch up. So, all right, let's get into news. News is going to be I have some Disney Plus on here. We talked about the Green Lantern show. We've got some Batman news in here, but let's start off with the coolest thing that I saw today. Hocus Pocus 2 is actually coming to Disney Plus with the original actors attached. Sarah Jessica Parker tweeted that out, confirming Bette Midler and Kathy Najimy, are returning for their roles as the witches. And Hocus Pocus 2 coming to Disney Plus to further the catalog of what we're getting on this thing.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's awesome. The content is just... There's no way they don't raise the price in a year. But what about the people that have already prepaid?
That's fine.
We're locked in for 3, I hope.
Yeah.
So
you better. Yeah, whatever.
So, what else we have here? Let's see. Oh, The Witcher's confirmed to December 20th, which is a terrible day to launch, but okay. December 20th, Witcher comes out. People won't be home. They'll be watching Star Wars, but theoretically.
I think it'll do fine.
It'll be fine, because it's Netflix. I mean, you can stream it. You can binge it whenever you'd like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool, though. We've got Antman 3 confirmed. Being in production. Filming even starts, I think they're talking about filming starting in 2021 for this. So it's not going to be until 2022 release. But they were just talking to Michael Douglas. Confirmed that, first of all, he's returning, and that they were slotting out the schedules to start filming early 2021. So it's pretty far away. It's weird. It's a weird time for Marvel. Like, we just finished that huge arc, and I don't know. It just seems very quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's one of the things where, like, it's almost good to be quiet for a little bit because, I mean, Spider-Man was really quick after Endgame, and it just felt like Far From Home was a good okay, well that was the end chapter of the saga, that phase, whatever you want to call it, and it's let people kind of stew in that and then get things started, because I don't know, I just feel like we talked about a little bit the next arc or whatever you want, the saga is going to be a lot of experimentation, just more crazy different ideas and just branching out. I mean, just from the stuff that we know that they're exploring, so it's just going to be interesting times.
It will be. Peyton Reed's coming back to direct Ant-Man 3, just so you all know. That was a big thing. Let's see. We've got Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. There's a lot of Marvel, well, not Marvel, that's Sony, but Marvel stuff coming in 2022. That's April 8th of 2022. The sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, the animated movie, is coming. That's so far away. It just shows how long this stuff actually takes to make. It's crazy. They did confirm today that the Japanese Spider-Man will be in this movie. So that's pretty amazing. I just remember
with the robot.
Is it the robot? I thought it was the terrible barely Spider. He wore pants, I think, if I remember right. I gotta look it up. It was on I saw it today. I saw it used to, when I was a kid, I would rent these video VHSs. That's what they were called, the tapes, by the way, for those who don't know. Let me look it up real quick. I'm doing this live. So where is the article? I just had it.
It's gone. Fake news.
Yeah, apparently. Japanese Spider-Man. There he is. No, is it the robot? No, it's the really terrible one.
Sweet.
He's
Sounds
the weird.
exciting.
Yeah, it's the weird stalker Spider-Man. I remember seeing this. It's quite hilarious. So I think. I can't show you. Well, I mean, you can't show a picture on here. I'll show you guys afterwards. I'll link it, but it's quite hilarious. So he's going to be in Into the Spider-Verse. So, all right, what else we got here? We've got. Okay, now we got Batman news. So we've got confirmed. Now this is confirmed that Jeffrey Wright is going to be playing Commissioner Gordon, which we talked about I think a couple weeks ago. That's the actor from. Well, for me, it's from Westworld. But he was also in he's in a bunch of stuff. Shit. Of course, now I'm going to draw a blank because Corey's not on here. Corey would help me out. Come on, Mike, help me out.
I don't know. I don't know anything about what he's done.
Jeffrey Wright. So he's a great actor.
The picture looks like he was in Django. I'm not sure though.
He's in commercials. I know he's on TV right now in commercials.
Yeah.
Some insurance commercials. I know that. But yeah, so he's going to be in that role as Commissioner Gordon, so that's pretty awesome. And then,
that means though, right?
What?
That Batgirl is going to be black.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So it'll be interesting to see the reception on that one with internet people.
That's true.
Unfortunately,
well, maybe he's in a mixed.
If Batgirl exists in this,
yeah.
If what?
If Batgirl exists in this one-off universe,
I'm sure if it's successful, they'll try to do its own universe, kind of like how we're probably getting a Joker 2 now. So
yeah. Oh, I can't see why we couldn't. But Andy Serkis is in talks to play Alfred. Andy Serkis, those who don't know, is Gollum.
Is he going to be computer generated?
No, he'll be. I think he'll be Ulysses S. Claw style. Andy Serkis, the guy from, for those who don't know, Age of Ultron. That would be Claw, the guy that was, with no arm. But yeah, so that's interesting. And Colin Farrell is in talks to play Penguin. So they're not just, apparently we're not getting just one villain, which I'm not surprised from.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting Catwoman. We're getting the Riddler, which Catwoman's kind of like a both villain / hero, right? I mean, I'm sure that's the way it's going to start out and finish. And then this one, we'll still get the Penguin, which I think works because I don't know. Like Corey said, he wasn't sure the Riddler could hold an entire movie, and I guess that's why you would do the Penguin as well. So you don't want to touch the Joker though. So
yeah, the more I hear about this movie, the more I'm starting to get a little worried. It just seems like they're just throwing a lot of stuff out there now.
Oh, I mean,
we just need all of these characters in here already.
I would argue that I mean, look at the Batman and Robin movie. That was way over the top, and that was terrible. But how about Batman Returns? Batman Returns
had two villains.
The three. Maxwell Shrek.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying he was the villain too. So you have Catwoman, and she was a villain in that entirely. And well, I guess she was trying to be a hero, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But they're in talks. They're more than likely confirmed at that point. That's why I put it on here, because I just feel like we'll be hearing news that we were talking about this last week with Jeffrey Wright, and now he's confirmed. So just remember we said it here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's it for the news. Actually, do we even have a topic? I don't think we have a topic for this one tonight. We don't. No movie topic tonight, unfortunately, guys. We do have a game one. We're going to cover BlizzCon, which has a lot of content. Well, not a lot of content, but a lot of discussion to have about the content. So if you want to check out our Gamecast episode, you can please do that. Next week, we'll get back to our topics, we promise. We've got some lists coming up. We've been talking about that. So there's a lot of cool stuff we have coming for you. And we're going to start doing some Christmas stuff too. Not this early. We'll wait till after Thanksgiving. I promise. But we will plan some Christmas stuff. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allyoucangeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allyoucangeek. Like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week.